everyone! In this video, I'm going to tell you and explain to you guys more about it and there. Before I explain about this topic, let me introduce myself first. So, my name is Brigita Octavia Fernandesari, but everyone's called me Nanda, and my student number is 023. Okay, so I chose this topic from my grammar 3 class, and also this video was made to fulfill my final test task from my public speaking class. Okay, back to the topic again. So it and there are two common phrases that many people use. And for more details about each phrases, keep on watching. To open this topic, I will tell you about the use of it and there. Okay, in English, all sentences always have a subject. If there is no subject, then it cannot be called as a sentence. For example, he was a doctor. She is a nurse. And here in those sentences, he and she are the subjects. If both are erased, then it becomes was a doctor and is a nurse. These didn't make any sense and it becomes unclear. So it raises a question: who was a doctor and who is a nurse? That's why the existence of subject is quite important in a sentence. And if there is no subject in a sentence, then we can replace it with it or there. And when it and there are used as a subject, these are also called as a dummy subject. The next one is the differences between it and there. There are three things about there. The first one, there, is used to say something exists or something that doesn't exist. When you want to say something exists, then you have to use the positive form. Otherwise, when you want to say something that doesn't exist, then you have to use the negative form. Second, there also can be used to tell a location. Usually when it is used to tell a location, there will appear in the end of the sentence. The last thing about there is there has two forms, singular and plural. So it depends on the objects. Next is about it. The first thing is it refers to something that we already know about. So basically, even though we haven't seen it yet, but we already know about it. For example, when someone is pressing the doorbell button, we know that there is someone behind the door, right? Second, it used to talk about the weather, temperatures, days, dates, times of the clock, give opinion about something, and comment on the situation or place. For more examples about these phrases, it will be explained after this. So, as you can see on the screen, these are the pattern of there. The first one is singular. For singular, you can use there is plus singular noun when you want to say something exists. And if you want to say something that doesn't exist but singular, you can use there isn't or there is not plus singular noun. Second pattern is plural. When you want to say something exists but plural, you have to use there are plus plural noun. Otherwise, you have to use there aren't or there are not plus plural noun when you want to say about something that doesn't exist. Third is questions. For questions, it's so simple, really simple. All you have to do is just reverse the to be and there. So put the to be at the beginning of the sentence, then it will be followed by there. Easy, right? The last one is modal verb plus be. There also can be followed by modal verb plus be, such as there will be, there might be, there's been, there wouldn't have been, and etc. Okay, now let's discuss these examples from the first column. So on the first column is about singular and plural. Let's start with the first sentence. There is a girl in my bedroom. And the second sentence, there are 5 books on my table. Now let's see the to be that are used on those sentences. The to be are, is, and are, which means the context of those sentences is about present or future tense. And let us see now the third sentence and the last one. There was a girl standing across the street. There were kids standing across the street. The to be that are used on those sentences are was and were, which means the context of these sentences is about something that in the past. Now let's move on to the second column. There are 2 examples of questions. The first one is there a dog on the bed? And the second, are there dogs on the bed? Now let us see the to be that are used on those questions. The to be are, is, and are, which mean it refers to something on the present. Okay, now let's move on to the last column. Modal verb plus be. There might be his brother at that party. Here, the modal verb is might plus the first form of be. And the second, there has been an accident. So here, the modal verb is has plus the third form of be, been. And the last one, there wouldn't have been a problem if you had told me. So on the last sentence, the modal verb is wouldn't have plus the verb 3 of been. Okay, seeing these examples, there is not only used for future or present tense, but it also can be used for something in the past or past tense. It depends about the context that you want to talk about. If you want to talk about something in the past, then you can use the past participle of to be, and vice versa. Move to the next one. Let us now to talk about it. Actually, there is no certain pattern of it. This one is the only pattern that most people are using. It plus be plus adjective plus 2 infinitives or verb ing. So on the last one, it depends about the context that you want to talk about. You can use the verb ing or 2 infinitive. For example, it is lovely to see you. And on this sentence, this sentence is used 2 infinitives, to plus see. And on the second sentence, it is amazing watching you perform. So on the last sentence is used verb ing. Okay, now let's take a look on the examples of it. As I said before, it is used to talk about few topics. The first one is weather. When you want to talk about weather, you can say it's raining outside. Next is days. You can say it's Friday or it's Christmas Day. Then when you want to talk about dates, as an example, you can say it's the 2nd of October. Next is about times of the clock. You can say it's 5 p.m. or maybe you want to say it's 12 o'clock, something like that. And to give opinion, you can say it's so terrible or it's so beautiful, something like that. And the last one is comment on a situation. When you want to comment on a situation, you can say, for example, it's so noisy out there, something like that. To make you more understand about our topic today, let's see the more complex from both phrases. Let's start with there. Waiter, there's a fly in my soup. I would like to get a new one. There was a young girl who wore a red dress. There's a family restaurant over there. Now, let's see the more examples from it. It's a terrible day, but it will be nice by the weekend. It's really hot today. I think it's 32 degrees Celsius. It's awful eating here. The food is not that good. So how? Did you get more knowledge about it and their phrases? Easy, right? Now we've come to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope you can get something and learn something from this video. Please stay safe and see you!